Hey guys, just want to show you how to install a Mirrortap in a 2016 Ford Explorer. This is a Platinum with the lane keep. I believe it's applicable to some sports and limiteds. I had to recycle a few pictures at first because I needed to figure out how to take off the covers before I started taking pictures. So if you look at the first picture, you'll see I've marked it with a red arrow and a green line. The top panel is actually what needs to come off first. It's the panel that the red arrow is pointing at. The way you'll do this is you take your fingers and you pull at the top of the panel, and gently but firmly you'll pull down away from the window or the glass, and the bottom panel where I've marked it with the green marks, there's tabs there and the plastic will pull away a little bit. You'll need to take your fingernail or a piece of plastic and pull it away from the top panel to the sides of the car, and it'll quickly release. You don't have to do much force. So once you get the little pop, the top bracket will come off and you just pull it away. And then so the next picture here, this is with the top panel removed. This will expose the wire bundle that you're going to actually work with. It's foam wrapped. Do not remove the foam, it's not necessary. Leave it as it is. Before we move on and work with the wire bundle, it's best to take the bottom cover off because it will give us a little more space to work with. To remove it, you will take your thumb, and where I've marked it with green, you will pull the plastic to the side of the vehicle a little bit, and that should release the rigid plastic clips that hold it to the camera mount. You need to do this on both sides. It is a little bit firmly attached, and it does take a little work to get it off, but it's not difficult. Just take your time with it. With the bottom cover off, we're going to go ahead and start working with the wire bundle and get the Mirrortap installed. There's a white plastic connector that is plugged into the wire bundle on the bottom. You will release it with a little clip. It doesn't take much force, you just use your fingernail. And this is where the tap will be installed. In this picture here, you can see the connector where it has been unplugged from the wire bundle. I have marked the two wires we will be tapping. The 12-volt wire that turns on with the key is the yellow wire that I've marked with the red arrow. It's the second closest wire to the black neutral. You will be installing the red 12-volt connection Mirrortap into this, where this wire is plugged into the connector. The black wire, which I've marked with the green arrow, is the neutral. This is what you will be plugging the black Mirrortap into. If you look at this next image, you will see the Mirrortap installed into the connector. Again, the red is in that marked yellow wire connection. That's the second closest to the black, and then the black connector is Mirrortapped into that black wire we had marked. Once those are in there firmly, you can go ahead and reconnect the connector. You can see how I've plugged it back into the bundle. Here you can see the Mirrortap installed and the connectors back in the bundle. For the next image here, I've gone ahead and zip tied the Mirrortap wiring to the pre-existing wiring. I zip tied it close to where the tap was installed just so that the wires cannot come loose, and then I've zip tied a little further down to make sure that the wire is secured enough. Now you can see the side view of the Mirrortap completely installed. I just have it loosely hanging right now, and we're ready to go ahead and put the covers back on. So this is the bottom cover right here. We're gonna just install it, not modify it at all. I just want to get it back on. I've gone ahead and circled the clips, so you can see those clips I had mentioned that firmly affix it to the camera mount. These are what you're going to be clipping on, and so you go ahead and just put it in place under the mirror, and you're just going to go ahead and press up firmly on it, and if you haven't lined it properly, it should just snap into place. There's not much to it, just make sure you have it lined up properly, and then it should just snap right in. And here we can see it's installed, and the wire is, the Mirrortap is hanging down, and we're going to need to go ahead and provide a way for this wire to come out. And so we do have to modify the top cover. So moving on, I have the top cover here. I've gone ahead and marked the position that I want the wire to come out. This will put it coming out where the top cover meets the bottom cover in one of the corners. I went ahead and drilled a hole in the cover where I marked. I drilled it from the inside out, just so if the drill bit moved at all, which it didn't, it wouldn't mar or damage the cover anywhere visible. I went ahead and then took the drill bit and I just pulled it away and down towards the edge of the cover where it snaps into the bottom cover. You will not see most of this channeling that I just made once it's installed, so the aesthetics don't really matter at all, and it's going to look very good. So I went ahead and cleaned it up. This is a picture of the outside of the cover. I did clean it up just a little bit more. You don't have to go crazy. It's gonna look really good. You won't even see most of this. So once you are ready to reinstall the cover, you will want to make sure that you have the wire bundle and all other wires pressed up against the window as much as they can be pressed up. I actually had an issue when I first tried to install the top cover back. It was not going on seamlessly, and the clips on the bottom cover weren't seating nicely, and it turned out that there was just too much pressure being put on it by the wire bundle and the wires. They weren't pressed down enough. So actually what was the biggest issue for me was where I've marked the green line, there are wires, the pre-existing wires, where the Mirrortap is zip tied. They actually need to go, there's a little lip there on the where the camera's mounted. You'll want to go ahead and make sure that you have the wires pushed above the lip. They'll seat nicely in there. It's very hard to see in this image, but you will see it when you're actually working on it, and they just fit above the lip, and it will allow them to press closely to the window to allow the top cover to clip on. So here's the side view once the top cover has been installed. You can see how clean it looks, and you can see that it didn't really matter that I didn't clean it up very much. So at this point the Mirrortap is installed and you're ready to mount whatever you're going to be mounting in here. If you'd like to see how I went ahead and installed my blend mount, you can go ahead and watch further. I have an older blend mount that does not fit the mirror post in the newer Explorer. This actually was an issue with my Durango that I had prior to this Explorer. So what I did was purchase some 1mm rubber at a hardware store, and I actually cut a strip that fits around the entire post and provides the extra grip for the blend mount to install properly. I've gone ahead and put the blend mount over the rubber in this image, and I just kind of lined it up. I made sure to push it back as far as I can on the post so that the mirror has full range of motion, and I tightened it down. Here's a bottom view of the radar detector mounted, and finally here's the radar detector installed and positioned. It works great, and it looks really nice, and the mirror has full range of motion. And that's it. I hope it was really informative, and I hope it helps someone, whether they're installing a radar detector or a dash cam. If you have any other questions, you can comment, and I'd be happy to answer anything you have. Hopefully you guys like this, and maybe I'll be posting some more how-to videos in the near future. Thanks.